everybody, Yarn Fairy here, and real quick, Floss Tube. Wow. Okay, so it's been a while. I've been busy cleaning my house and baking like a fiend. We got out a couple of cows, which means, you know, dyeing lots of yarn and shipping it and making lots of stitch markers and scissor fobs and bracelets, sometimes necklaces, sometimes earrings. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but I really love painting. It's just, I love it. And lately, I think T wants in now, our kitties. Lately, I've really enjoyed the stitching, because I think I told you guys last time about embroidery.com having a challenge that was just like a no prize merit badge type thing, and ever since then I've been going crazy stitching. Excuse me. Come on, T. Come on, Kiki. And of course he won't come, but my daughter's sleeping, so I don't want to be loud. Come on, kitty. Come on. Which all y'all know I am. Or if you don't know, you should know, because I'm loud. Okay, so, yeah. So because of that, I've been stitching sans souci. First, I started the challenge with my Harry Potter, and then I went a little crazy for my sans souci. I just love it. It's so cute with all the little animals and critters. This was last year's free stitch along. It, what happened to my marker? Put out by So-and-So, made by Jules Long, and for Long Dog. And I just remembered, whatever, because I've realized this before, how very much I love the Long Dog samplers, especially if I'm not choosing colors, because choosing colors can be very time consuming. So, I found out that for the COVID, she made, I'll show you the pattern first. She made ANZAC. It's an acronym. Oh, that's it. Okay, right there. See how there's an Australia continent way up in the upper left-hand corner? And then down in the bottom right corner, there's fish, big, huge jaws, and some dudes in a boat. Okay, so because I liked the idea of them being on the color and then stitching in another color, I dyed, you can come in if you want, this navy. It was kind of like 3 different colors, and then it turned into just, I think the last color was gunmetal, because I was having such a problem getting it to set. So now it's like one color. But it is all one color, which is good, because, like I said, time consuming. So, for this one, I went with Australia over here, and the ocean down there, and sky all around. I wish I could hear you guys. What do you think? Dang, why can't you guys talk to me in current time? That would be so awesome. Anyway, that's my fabric for Anzac and my little kit. If anybody wants one, holler, I'd be happy to make one. I've already made several. Okay. Then, Pandemic was released for free, and I just about lost it. Pandemic, you need to know, is humongous on size 14 count, which is all I can stitch on because of my eyes. So Pandemic is 365 by 429, and I think it was 32 by 36. So I'm going to make the puppy into a quilt. And in order to do that, I need a new frame for my floor stand thingy. Yes. So I will be found today sanding, drilling, cutting, because I think these are 36 and I need 32. I wonder if I should leave it at 36. See, I could use your advice right now, but you're not here, huh? Oops, sorry about that. Okay, So, this is Raven. I just wanted to share my boy. He's been around since 2015. We dyed him initially as a color for a shawl, which was really cool. That's an awesome shawl. So, I'm still talking about pandemic. I forgot. You guys gotta watch me. I will lose it in about 2 seconds and be down the rabbit hole and you won't be able to find me. Okay. So here's pandemic. I painted it according to quadrants. I sort of cut it here, here, and then there's these little reds, and here, and then left and right with a little center. At least that's where it started. It also started super dark, which I realized probably wasn't going to be a good thing. So I washed some of it out. Holy cow. I told you it was big. This sucker's huge. So here are the quadrants, and here's the little squares. Here's the 2 different squares, and then the left and right with a separation. Hopefully, the stitches will fall where they need to be. Oh, and I dyed this too. I'll dye anything that's not nailed down. And this, come to think of it, ain't nailed down. It's fair game. Okay. The other thing I'm working on. Hi, miss. There's Mal back here. See Mal? She's very curious and very gravity challenged. Whoa, sorry. Sorry, my fault. She just falls. She's a cat. She can fall. Okay, so this is my Harry Potter. I think the last time you saw it, I was up here in the scrolls. I finished the wand. This is the top of it. And the little owls. I just think it's so cute. Then we go into the school house of your choice because it's a choose your own adventure, and she gives like 4 of everything. And then after that, there's Quidditch, I think, is next. And you have your team thing. And then all the way around the outside is like a parchment. And down at the bottom are the letters that the owls have dropped off as kind of a bracket. Well, here you can see it. Can you see the letters? Oh, you can barely see them. Anyway, terribly cute, highly addictive. But I had to stop and work on Sans Souci because of the embroidery.com challenge. And I know me, for some reason, when I'm not in a challenge, I can't do it. I just can't stitch. It's like I need somebody to hold me accountable. So every day I go in there and post the before and after picture and what day it is and the hashtag. All I have left is that little bit at the bottom and a horse or a deer. It's a reindeer, that's right. It's got those big, huge antlers. And then all the back stitching of that one page. And I'm done. I can't believe it. This will be my 5th ever finish. And by the way, love these little accordion checkbook folders. I think that's what they're called. They're on Amazon. And I just love them. I can fit like 3 of them into the boxes that I was using before. And the boxes got old really fast. They're great because, you know, you have all that room. But storage of the beast can get quite out there. Yeah, you can't really see them. But up there is where they all reside. And yeah, then I've got a box over there that's about yay big that's full of boxes of DMC floss. I'm trying to collect all of them so that when we kit, we can just go there and pull what we need instead of having to buy like, 10 of them full retail. Because I like my kits to be complete, as I'm sure y'all appreciate. Speaking of kits, I don't know if I've ever told you this. We made Mirabilia's Queen Titania, Midsummer Night's Dream. You knew about Strawberry Fair. Princess Eliana. Oh my, she is amazing, and I don't have any patterns left to show you. She's like striding, and she's got this big, beautiful gown with the different tiers, and each tier is a different color and a different print, and it's just beautiful. I think the reason why I like it so much is because purple, blue, and green are my favorite colors, and every iteration therein. And she's wearing purple, green, and yellow, so she's really close. So what we did was we made up Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras is a new color for us for fabric, and it's yellow at the top, green next to that, and then the purple at the bottom. Mardi Gras colors. The customer who initially wanted the Princess Eliana kit figured that one out, and we loved it. And in that kit is a tin of all the new DMC colors. It's like 35, 1 through 35 are all brand new. And she uses every single one of those colors. There's like 64 colors in this kit, so it was a little challenging. But I think I have them all either in stock or on the way right now. My wholesaler is swamped and they're short-handed, so they're having a good time trying to get these things out. That's Little Miss, by the way. She's on top of a box. Cats in boxes. Who knew? So I pulled this out to add everything. I just added these two. And I looked at this, and for shame, Sans Souci is down here because so-and-so went out of business, and I just lost interest, and so I put it down in the holy mackerel, maybe I'll never complete this. My pilgrim has been started. I think I might have part of the house done up here, and I'm wondering if I shouldn't paint it over again. Oh no, that's really beautiful. Never mind. Oh, and this one got a restart too. This is the Lakeside Needlecraft Sal. I find I'm not able to keep up with the Sals, so I don't think I'm going to do any unless a long dog comes along. If Jules makes one, I will be there. I didn't like the colors. It was yellow, and so I figured the opposite of that in dark would be deep dark purple. I hated it. I don't like yellow, orange, pink, and red, or, you know, they're great in with other colors, but on their own, not so much. So I painted diagonally, purple, blue, and green, I think. Maybe different colors than the initial purple, blue, and green. And I love it. Oh, here it is. It's right here. So this is the first color. And it's just not me. It's not showing. It's kind of washed out in that picture there. So I dyed this, and I haven't even started, as you can tell. That's the wrong side. Yeah, so I used 3 different colors than the original purple, blue, and green, and I had to keep it really light, and I will have to keep my colors really dark. And that's another thing. I have to pick all the colors. I'm lame. I really should just get on this and get it done. Oh, one of my customers, several of our customers, but one of my customers bought the linens and threads 2020. Meow! Oh, I started Nevermore. What do you know? So we had a kit for this. It's the Linens and Threads 2020 sampler. They always have a free one. They're on Facebook and linensandthreads.com. Okay, so this is the fabric. It's very pretty, and it changes, so you have to change your threads. These are all of our silks. I really liked it, but for some reason I lost my mojo. February 29th was the end of the Love to Stitch challenge. From February, March, April, May, 4 months? Is that for March, April, May, June? 4 months I didn't stitch, and then since June 1st I've been stitching every day, and a lot of days for too many hours. So I'm seeing an orthopedic specialist because I'm losing my tendons, which is part of my disease, so whatever. and then I see my room. I go to my room. You go to your room on Monday for my infusion, and I see him and I get all my tests run again. They're kind of elevated last time, so I'm sure I'm going to get what for. He's actually really nice. So he has a nice way of saying what for. Yeah. Okay. Stop doing everything, but aren't they fun? You know, why did I stop? These are so pretty. This is Rainbow Dark Tall, and this is the Blackwork cell. And you think the reason why I stopped is because it was getting a little hard to see in the darks. And I didn't want to change the colors. You know, I didn't want to start picking colors because I'd made all this in black. Ah, indeed. I guess you can see it. And this kind of stuff, you need to get up close to look at it anyway, so I don't know what my problem is. Ooh, I lost my sticky back. What else fell on me? Oh, Nevermore. I've been making a lot of kits of these lately. This one is all of our, yeah, Nevermore. Aren't they cute? We also make needle minders. I probably showed you guys this a long time ago, but I don't remember. It's another problem with me is I don't remember a thing. So Nevermore goes on to say, once upon a midnight while I pondered a week and worried, blah, blah, blah. And it's this huge raven, and he's got like a wrought iron gate and tombstone. I want to say there's a tombstone in it. But he's a lot of fun. I need to get back to who's green. Oh dear. I don't know whose green that is. You know, when I put stuff up, I really should put it up better. I leave them in their frames. Holy mackerel. Maybe. I think this is, I hated the frame. I need my frame. It's got to be in a stand or else I start losing stuff. And I don't mean stuff, I mean body. I think this might be Pilgrim. Pilgrim's Progress by Long Dog because it's massive and I really don't like this color. I am so bad. But I'm also very fortunate because, like I said, I'll buy anything that'll hold still long enough. So I might just dye that up. I will dye that over again. Only yellow doesn't do purple. Yellow and blue makes green, obviously. Wow, I've got so much stuff that I've put up. Oh, look! Isn't it cute? It's got the little bees. This is Carolyn Manning. She's got an entirely different vibe than my long dog. My long dog, because nobody else can have a long dog, right? Nobody else likes Jules. Yeah, right. Oh, this is Fairy Bouquet. I bought the pattern anyway for the big bouquet for Carolyn Manning. And that's all I got done. See, February. What did I say? I was keeping up until February and then skits. Bad news. So yeah, that's pretty much everybody, I think. Hogwarts Nevermore. Linens, Fairy Bouquet. Yep. Oh, and you know what I really want to do though? Lately, I have this Chatelaine kit by Martina, and I made the fabric, I dyed the silks, I dyed cottons, I gathered beads and crystals up the wazoo. It's in that corner somewhere. And I never got started because what I thought I'd do is do a smaller project before I started that, and I never really, because it's all specialty stitches. I know how to do the eyelet, that's about it. So I had to learn everything else, and I had taken it all down with me last year during vacation. You should have seen me. Holy cow. I've recorded the sticky tin video was recorded down there in Marbrisa, I had huge tote bags full of like every single one of my organizer boxes of floss and like, I don't know, 5 different kits just in case I got bored. And all the lights and magnifying glasses I could ever want. I brought down my big lamp and my frames, and I had them all set up. And then I had a portable one in case I wanted to stitch by the pool. Yeah, right, that never happened. And I find that the only thing I really need is my lap stand and whatever project I'm working on. Nice and easy. Oh, and my lamp. You guys, holy cow, I have had so much trouble with lamps. Okay, so I need the floor lamp, magnifier, it's got to be kind of large, and light, and it's got to be a white light. I had this one off of Amazon. I loved it, except that the gooseneck, my only problem with it, the gooseneck wasn't long enough, and unfortunately it's out of its return time, I think, because this thing snapped off, just snapped. It's made out of plastic. Who makes something that's this high of a stress gooseneck going back and forth that's really tight to start with, okay? The plastic is the center core that holds this on, and then there's also a plastic sheath that broke that goes around it. The whole thing just snapped in my hands. I'm like, what the heck? Fortunately, I had just bought one for my floor frame. It's a little $40 one that you get off of Amazon. Works great. Spend twice as much, more than twice as much, on an OT light, and it busts. It's an OT light, for crying out loud. Gee, I wonder if I could go to the manufacturer and say, hey, what's up? I wonder if there's a way of replacing just those 2 parts. Anyway, I'm gonna show it to you. Sorry. I hate it when people move cameras. Okay, there it is. Okay. It's really small. And the weird thing about this, it has no on-off, so you have to unplug it every time. But once you do plug it in, it's got 3 different colors. You can have yellow, white, or white. And then it's got like a billion settings. And it's got a really nice... Yeah, that's not glass. It's acetate. Never mind. It's plastic. But this moves a lot easier. And it's thinner and lighter. And I can deal with it a lot better. I have a feeling this is going to be a problem, though. It seems to be unscrewing down there, but I might be doing it. Well, I probably am doing it. I'm the only one here. Look at her. She's so great. She's crazy. And we call her gravity challenged because half the time she'll like step on something that's not there. Like, for instance, a clipboard hanging over the side of the desk. And she'll step on it, and wham, everything goes down with her. Yeah, but she's great. I wouldn't change our animals for all the tea in China, and I love tea. I'm a good tea drinker. Oh, how could I forget? My long arm quilter returned my Y2K quilt. It's been 20 years in the making. I'm sure I've rambled on about this a couple times. I wish I had it. One of these days, you're going to be here, I'm going to be here, and it's going to be on the bed, and I hope I remember. It goes, I did it as a color wash. It's a tiny pinwheel that has little half-square triangles that go out, and so it makes these lines throughout the whole quilt. I put the story 2 pages on the back. I need to fabric protect that and get it bound and wash it and put it on my bed because I'm in love. It's like 113 or 15 by 120 because we have this big California king that you just saw. So yeah, it needs to be big, but it goes, so it's rectangular. She goes. And it starts off with yellow and pink and orange and red and green and blue and purple and brown to black. It's amazing. It is so beautiful. I just love it. And I learned when I made that I really love color wash quilts. I was just talking to my daughter the other day, and I was like, I'm collecting all these 2.5-inch squares. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it, but I have a feeling now that it's going to be color wash. I've got a stack of boxes floor to about my height that's full of charms that I've cut from scraps. They go everywhere from, I don't know, 8 inches square down to 1 inch. My daughter cut those. If I use them, it'll probably be to run over them and fray them in some tree or something. But yeah, oh, so there's that. And then there's the skirt. I have all the strips cut out. I just need to put them together and then cut them apart and then sew them together again. I'm making skirts. This is a tiered skirt, patchwork, obviously, and it should be really nice. It's going to have an elastic waist. That's what I wear. Well, I seem to be wearing a lot of these skirts. I don't know what the deal is. I haven't been really interested in skirts for a long time. Maybe it'll go to my daughter. I don't know. Half the stuff I make these days seems to find its way to its new home, whatever that may be. Skirts, 2.5. Winterfell, Game of Thrones. Okay, so who doesn't love Jon Snow? I have this idea. I don't know if I'm talented enough, if I have enough skills or what, but I'm trying it. It's going to be a fusible web quilt. I made it because I found this amazing fabric. It's a turquoise, deep royally turquoise, not bright, vibrant, hot, of a winter castle. And it's got the castle, and there's all the snow and the things hanging off. What do you call those things? And then there's the trees and the bridge, and it goes back into trees. And it's not so big. The motif is probably this big. I thought when I brought it in that this was going to be the center of the quilt, and it was going to be big, and it was going to be awesome. And no. So I had to change everything. I wish I had my file here. So the center is Jon Snow in his black, and I've dyed all these fabrics. I still need to dye a black blue, but I dyed like all the turquoises and all the raspberries for the God's tree, and whatever. So I have the center, and he's standing next to the wolf. You might have seen it if you're a Game of Thrones fan. Amazing picture, and I'm hoping that I can draw it and make applique pieces and put it on the quilt, and then I'll sew around it, and that will be done. The next part is to square it back up again. You have these triangles. So over in this corner we have the wall. Over here we have roots and a tree, and it's the God's tree. And over here it's all the burgundy leaves. The next row out is a Celtic braid, bias tape, and you make a braid. The next row out is dragons, applique dragons. I have a file full of line-drawn dragons, and I can't wait to get started. The one at the top is the big wings, and he's going to go, pretty large. I don't know how big he is and how big the quilt will be at that point, but that's where I'm going with it. And then if I have to have another border, if it's too small, it's going to be like the frog quilt I showed you guys. Then I will add the outer aisles, and something for each aisle will be represented there. Fun. And then I've got, oh my goodness, I went through 3 machines. During those months that I didn't cross stitch, all I was doing was sewing. I made probably 100 masks, face masks. They're really well made, and there's lots of pieces. There's like 6 pieces, I don't know, and then there's like metal, and then you run out of the elastic and you're messed up. So now I've got way too much elastic. Really nice elastic too. It's like the stretchy, of course it's stretchy, it's elastic. It's like the stuff on the surgical masks, only it's much sturdier, much stronger. Where was I going with this? So I was sewing. I made masks. I made probably, I don't know, a couple dozen aprons, pot holders. I made a slew of stuff. You can see some of it up on the website on the aprons page. Oh, and I made a bunch of bags. Lots of bags. Tote bags, every kind of bag you can think of. There's some of them on the Outlander page. And then I've got a bags page that I still haven't created. Where was I going with this? Sewing. That's what happens. And I've talked way too long. So I'm going to let you guys go. If you know of another challenge where you have to post every day, please let me know, because evidently I have to have it. Enjoy. Go buy a long dog. Holy cow, pandemic was free. Did I tell you that? It was free. But Anzac wasn't. And you guys, you got to go buy these things and do them because they're so much fun. Enjoy.